came here to sleep, but I'm not tired right now. I have all this wash to do, but I can always do it another day because I'm exhausted, but I just can't sleep. I have on the nightgown. Pastor's wife, Monty Priest, has a wife, and they've been married almost 50 years, and she took me out to eat at Qdoba, and there was a bunch of other Christians that showed up at the restaurant. And it's one of those restaurants that are Mexican, and not all Mexicans are bad people, even though I had a very bad experience with them. But they make your meal in a bowl, and it starts with rice, and they add salsa, the typical stuff. It's very simple. And you eat it with the shells, the taco shells. And I think my meal must have cost at least $3. It wasn't bad. And I had iced tea, but that was just to socialize. And they basically told me to go to California or Florida and camp outside, get an old used Winnebago. Number one, I can't afford a Winnebago. They cost like thousands of dollars. Then the gas to run it, etc., etc. But to go to Florida would be a mistake because it's alligators and crocodiles and poisonous snakes and all kinds of bad animals outside. My mom's buried in Florida, and the heat down there is unbearable. Even if you own a house and have 2 air conditioners, there's no way that you can survive the heat. It's like torture. It's like going to hell without going to actual literal fire. But I would not go to Florida, and I would not go to California because that was a 8.5 year battle with homelessness out in California. And my second husband died there of suicide about 11 years ago, 10 years ago. And I wouldn't want to go back to memory lane. It would be like going to a ghost town, The world's moved on, and all the people I knew are dead. So why would I go to California? That would be a mistake. But they're basically trying to brush me off because they don't want me down at the church. And they don't want me at 7-Eleven. And now that I've been found out at the pet shop, the owner's been showing up with his poodles. They're show dogs. He knows that I've been there. They even put a Jayco Winnebago that cost at least $50,000, give or take a few thousand, at my spot where I sleep. So I don't think I should be sleeping there anymore. And I could go out in the woods, but there are coyotes and they're carnivorous. They do eat flesh. They travel in packs like wolves do. And there's also rabid, I don't know what they're called, possums, and they do attack. So I don't know where I'm going, but the shelter downtown has me marked like a blacklist because the police said to me, the 2 police officers said, "Are you barred from all the shelters?" And the answer is yes, because I tried desperately to get into all the shelters, and I did not have good luck. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I do have 2 tents. One a homeless man gave me, but he lives in his car. He took off for Edmond, and then he was going to go back to Tulsa, where he's from. But his plate on his car said Iowa. So he was registered from Iowa, which is where my stepmother was born. And she has a house, 4 bedrooms, but she would never let me come live with her. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But it'll be like I have to find a place for the tent because the police officer said unless the landowner